Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl T, and you are watching T Cooks with Flave. If it is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Welcome to the fun. Welcome to the food. Even though we're not eating no food today, we're not catering today, but we are going to talk about food and pricing and clients. I have been procrastinating putting out this video because I didn't want to send the wrong message, but I also feel like a lot of what I'm about to say needs to be said. Again, before you divulge into this video, it might be beneficial to you, it might not. It might create some insight for you, especially if you're a chef. You might be going through the same thing, or you don't even have to be a chef, you just can be an entrepreneur overall. This video can apply to you, so send it to your entrepreneur friends. And also for you as a consumer, this might assist you in not wasting people's time. So okay, go ahead and like up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, because you know I'm always come with some type of something to give you guys. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about pricing clients, and I want to put you guys in our shoes for a second. So at first I was gonna do this video as a story on my YouTube, on my Instagram, so you know it would just disappear after 24 hours, but I feel like I need to put this out there so that people can refer back to it, or maybe sometimes I'll just send it to a client who rubbed me the wrong way, right? So I've gotten inquiries about specific events, maybe something that a person saw on my page or whatever it might be, right? So you guys know I do private catering. I do not only catering, but I provide an in-home service to you and your family. If you're hosting a birthday dinner and you want an in-home chef, I'm there. I'll come, I'll cater to you. So you're receiving a luxurious service, which is creating an ambience for you at home, right? So instead of going to the restaurants, hold on. So instead of going, guys, I'm driving somewhere and the person sent me directions. 1 second. Let me see if I can pull it up from here. Sorry, I got directions for where I'm heading. So yeah, guys, so I don't even remember where I left off, but back to what I was saying. Let me just use this phone as my map so you can go right this. Perfect. It's not gonna be a long video. I have like 8 minutes to my destination. Anyways, what I was saying is we provide, as chefs, or like I said, as an entrepreneur period, we're providing a service to you as a small business, right? You cannot contact a person and say, hi, my name is so and so, I'm hosting a dinner. Okay, how many persons are gonna be in your dinner? My dinner is gonna have 25 guests. Okay, great. What's the menu that you're interested in for your dinner? And they're gonna give you a ridiculous menu, right? Lobster, steak, chicken, you name it, right? They want a setup, which means you want me to go all out for your event. Again, if you go to a restaurant, you're not gonna get that personalized service, right? But your budget for this event is $1,000. Let's give a number. Your budget for this event is $1,000. So when you give me the menu and you say, okay, I need to do it for 25 persons, I'm on the back end. So all you're looking at is $1,000 that you're gonna pay, and to you that's a lot of money, right? But to us on the back end, right, when I factor in, okay, if I'm gonna do lobster tails for 25 persons, how much is this pack of lobster tails gonna cost me? Probably anywhere from $200 to $250. even $300 just for the lobster alone. Remember, your budget is $1,000, right? If we're gonna do lamb chops, we're gonna spend at least $200 on lamb chops to feed 25 persons. And I'm giving you the minimum. So at this point now, we're at 500. Remember, your budget is 1,000. We have not yet touched on the chicken. Okay, for me to buy the chicken, maybe I'm gonna do 15 pounds of chicken. We're gonna spend, let's say, $70 on chicken. We're at 570. Right? We haven't gotten into our starches yet. We haven't gotten into if you want mac and cheese on your menu. Cheese alone is ridiculous. Food is just expensive, guys. So I'm just trying to break it down for you guys so you to understand. So when somebody come back to you and say, okay, ma'am or sir, for your private dinner, it's going to cost you X amount of money. Right? Sometimes people will break it down. I don't do a per plate type of service because I don't sell food. I'm selling you a whole experience, right? So when I come to you, I'm gonna be at your place 3-4 hours before your event starts. I'm going to be setting up. I'm going to have a team with me. We're going to be there throughout your event. We're gonna break down. So all these things factor in to the cost of your event. Remember, you're paying or requesting a private service, right? So with that being said, if you pay $1,000, by the time I cover food, first of all, the $1,000 probably won't even be enough to cover food cost alone, right? Let alone pay 25 for 25 persons. I could work with myself and one more person, right? That's also a lot of heavy work on those 2 persons, you know, because remember, they're cooking, they're setting up, they're breaking down, they're cleaning up your air before they leave. So your one event will take me at least 3 days because I have to shop one day, I have to prep one day, and the day of your event, I'm up all day on my feet. Depends on what time your event starts. So I'm speaking on behalf of myself and other chefs where we want you to understand that there's a lot that goes behind preparing for your event. And I want you guys to get into the habit of respecting our craft the same way how you respect the stores that you walk in, not only designer stores, because not all of you guys shop designer, but a lot of you do. I shop designer, and I know when I go into those stores, I cannot ask for a discount because there's none. They don't have sales. You get what I'm saying? So when a hairdresser have to stand up on their feet and braid your hair for hours, and you're gonna argue with them about their price or go and tell another person, oh, she's too expensive. You guys, let's stop doing that. If you can afford it, you can afford it. If you can't afford it, then go where your pocket can afford. Right? And you're gonna get what you pay for. So if I quote you something and I say, for your dinner or for your yacht or for your whatever you're having, after I factor in, remember, I'm not going to go get your meat at Walmart, you know. So you might reach out to another chef and the chef say, oh, I can do it for $500. And then you call T and she say, oh yeah, sure, it's gonna be $2,000. You know why? Because I know I'm coming to you with something top tier. I'm not coming to you with anything regular. And you have to pay for that. You have to pay for luxury. I can tell anyone this as well. When you're having a party or planning an event, please remember that your food is one of the most important aspects of your party. Right? If your guests are hungry, your party not gonna go good. Everybody's gonna be cranky. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I wouldn't even put alcohol over the food at all. I would not put alcohol over the food because nobody can drink food on a hungry stomach, because then you're gonna have a bunch of drunk and sick people at your event. So food is right up there with the DJ to create the vibes. Everything else come underneath that. That's just in my opinion. So refrain from calling people's work expensive, because you cannot put a price on what I do. No one can. And if one day you get a chance to like step into my shoe for a minute, you're gonna be like, wow, or step into any other chef's shoe. Oh God, not to mention when we have to travel. Not to mention when we have to bring our talent to you. It's a lot. So when people go, and this is why I chose this lane, because it's my passion. And I know that there's a market out there for everyone. So if I'm not your cup of tea because of the price, that is fine. But let's get into the habit. I think I'm gonna use that. But let's get into the habit of paying people what they're worth. Let's get into the habit of leaving gratuities for people. Because I'm not speaking about me, but I talk, even sometimes when I go out, some of you guys don't want to leave tips for the servers and stuff. Sometimes that's how they survive. You get what I say? I had this one girl on my course that she had reached out to me and she was like, this is what I charge a client. And when I broke it down for her, I said to her, okay, darling, this is how much you charge them. This is how far you have to drive to go to the client. This is the menu. I said, you're paying for this person's dinner. You did not charge them enough. So I said, at this point, look at it as if you are, I said, look at it as if you're just doing it for content. Do not look at it for the profit. Because you already sold yourself short. Right? So when I forgot put pen to paper and say, listen, this is how much this is gonna cost, and do a breakdown before you even send out a quote to a client. This is just me giving you guys free game right now if you're in this business. Right? But let's normalize paying people for what they're worth or leaving them alone. You cannot call me and say my budget is $500. I'm looking to feed 50 people and I want this and that. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. If your budget is $500, my suggestion would be call Panera Bread. Call one of those bigger establishments that have already a system in place where they can manage to sell you the food for $7 per person. But for me or any other entrepreneur, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's better you beg them a favor. But do not disrespect people like that. And take up your phone and call them and say my budget is $500 and I have this amount of people to feed. Do not do it. Let's stop doing that. Let's think before you even call a person, calculate how much you think the grocery is gonna cost. The next thing is, please stop calling us and say, can I buy the food? If you have food stamps, that's fine. No, not nobody will have food stamp. Actually, I want some food stamp. But you can't call me and say, hey, can I buy the food with my food? Because you're not gonna buy the quality stuff that I want. And then when the food don't turn out like how you want it, then you're gonna be upset. Right? So like I said, share this with someone who is in the business, or if you're in the business, do not shy away from giving your prices. Always remember what you're worth and add your tax. We put a lot into it. Hairdressers, hairstylists, hair braiders, chefs, bakers, like all of us, we put a lot into it, and most of us, our work will speak for itself, right? Our work will speak for itself. If you're building a business, like you're just getting into the game, I think we can turn this on, no. And you're building your business, that's fine. Go and do some free work for somebody. Say, hey, buy the food and I got you. You know what I mean? But just let's try not to do that, okay? So instead of me just putting this video out there on my story so it disappear, I want it to remain here, so whenever you guys can go and just turn on times. Okay, sending me back on time. Okay, so send this video to someone who you think will benefit from it. The last thing is, tell us that your auntie can cook the food for you. Then why you call me in the first place? I never does make your auntie do it. Yo, I'm laughing, but like I said, I am not directing this to any one person, because I'm sure all of you have had it where people try you It doesn't matter what type of field you're in. And they save money for what they want. Food is very important. It's essential. We need it. And if you shouldn't be trying to host an event if you don't have money. Like I said, it's better you just ask someone, hey, do me a favor. Can you do me a salad? And see what them say. You know? But try not to shortchange people. Try not to beg them for no discounts. Try not to do that. Where's this place? This is taking me on this. Oh, my seat. Stupid GPS, man. I turned it off. I should have known better. Yeah, guys, let's normalize paying people for what they're worth, okay? So with that being said, I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you watch my vlog over on I don't know if if you watch my vlog over on timeline, you'll see that I started working out again, and I'm taking some. Yeah, man, you turn this on you there. When I first started my business, I was even scared to price people, because I'm like, they're not gonna pay. Or they're gonna want me to say, okay, I'll do the lunch for you for $300. Like, I can't do that, because the food is gonna cost me more than $300. You know, even if you charge somebody for a lunch for 10 people, $750, it's still like, for all the work that you're gonna put in, it's no, you know, especially if they want 4 or 5 items on the menu. Come on, guys. Let's try to do better. I've been getting too many phone calls from even young chefs. Hey, how do I price this person? How do I this? How do I that? How much do they want you to do it for then? Like, I'm confused for the persons that's on the other side, that the person that's looking for the service. I'm confused as to like what you guys think. It's so much so that sometimes I want to ask, okay, how much were you expecting to pay then? For what you just asked me, all right, how much were you expecting to pay? And then you break it down for them. That was my 2 cents for today. Like I said, share with a friend, share with a fellow chef, share with a business owner. And let's try to support more entrepreneurs. Let's try to be fair. And let's try not to ball down their prices, because we're not balling down the designer price then. We're not doing it. So let's stop doing that, okay? So with that being said, you guys have a blessed day, and thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and share this video with your friends, with your family, with whosoever you think can benefit. This is a safe space, and over here you're gonna get food, you're gonna get good vibes, you're gonna get good energy, you're gonna get power talks, you're gonna get, you name it, it's over here, okay? And that is it. All right, I think we need to go around. So that is it. That is all. I catch you guys in my next video.